Welcome back, fellow Scrubs. This is Mark D. Wiz. We're live with more Pocket Fighter EX. So, of course, Pocket Fighter EX is a community-based game. It's not affiliated with Capcom or SNK. It's just a free fan game for fans by fans. So, we've got some stuff to go over here before we get into... Actually, I should switch characters for this one. Before I get into the pixel art. So we're going to be working on the NeoGeo stage, so I might as well just load that up. I don't remember if I went through this or not, but Ken's, I know I did on Twitter, and that blew up pretty good. I was happy with that. The Crazy Kicks got reanimated. Or retimed, rather. I didn't do any real frame adjustments, but I did change how the animation transitioned from one to another when you did the two like that. Or that one. And then I made them step in a little bit more to make that hit right there more consistent. Because before, at certain angles, or distances rather, certain distances, that wouldn't connect. In fact, you'd get, if I can show it here. It's actually hard to purposely do. There, so when you hit 2 hits out of the 3, and you cannot do max cancel on an air hit. So what would happen is it would skip the first hit, go to the second, and then if you tried to max cancel, you wouldn't get it. Of course, I keep getting it there. It's actually really hard to hit. Yeah, there it is, without getting that first hit. But it was just at the weird perfect distance sometimes. If you didn't jump in and time it just right, it would sometimes whiff that hit, and it'd be a problem. So that was what I started to solve, and then it turned into, oh, I'm just going to reanimate the whole thing then while I'm here. And that turned into that. So, but I'm happy with it. I think it looks pretty good. I didn't get it. I don't know if I showed that off last time. Yeah, you can get 2 of those in there. That's gross. I think we talked about it, because I remember talking about potentially knocking down the damage on this move to kind of compensate for the fact that it can combo into itself and do all such bullshit. So what are we going to do today? Oops, I can grab him here. The NeoGeo World stage, we've done some enhancements to it. So Raito did, he did like the ground lines on it to give that perspective. I don't know if he redid the shading in the back or not. He made the vending machine here, which, does it flicker? I think we talked about making it flicker, but it might not yet, so we might be doing that. The idea is if somebody gets thrown in the corner, then it can flicker based on that knockdown. And we've pre-programmed the game, a while back actually, to actually have that built in. So when there's a knockdown and the ground shakes, that the system detects that and it can send that signal out to NPCs and stage entities. So one thing I wanted to do was to add a couple of those features into this stage on top of the fact that there's no scrolling in this stage. If you notice, it's all one flat background. Now some of the elements are actually rendering as separate entities just to make placement easier. But I'll show you what I mean in an example of a stage that does have layering. Yeah, especially this one. We spent a lot of time doing the layering in this one. Larry helped with this, showing me some of them tricks. But look at how the all the things layer and move. The ocean, Fuji, the clouds, the cliffs all move at a different rate of speed. That kind of stuff. Yeah, that's true. We did talk about soda popping out and rolling away. So you can see, and then especially the excuse me, especially the light reflection here. Like that really follows. That's really layered in. It really follows the camera, and that's super cool. So I want to add layering to it because we just never got to it. It was done after we decided to add layering in. We'll use those colors, that's fine. There it is. Oh, and that thumbnail's got to change too. It's just a very crappily resized thumbnail of the stage itself. But yeah, so we could have a soda can pop out of it. The other thing I was thinking about is where we've got the trash can here. If you knock down someone around it within, you know, like 3 or 4 times, maybe it'll actually fall over. Or if there's a can on the ground, that'll also rattle. I think, yeah, the Third Strike Subway stage does that. I was gonna say, I think I saw it in there somewhere in an official game. Whenever you knock someone down, or Alex does, like a pile driver or whatever, it actually bounces the cans on the ground. So I thought something like that might be nice. So we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna start with the layering, because I gotta refamiliarize myself with what exactly is going on behind the scenes here. It's been a long time since we worked on this stage, so you can see the scene here, all the components. You can see them move in real time with the camera. Of course, I don't really move so much. Oh, there's the spotlights. Those searchlights. Don't forget, Tim wants you to know he did the searchlights. They're pretty good though, I like it. And they were never animated in the original. Because this is actually from Gal Fighters. And we did some enhancements to it. And good luck. So we're gonna need to... Oh, this is gonna be tough too. I'm thinking... we could do this a couple ways to do the layering here. The easy way would be to say that the skyline and the water here and the bridge is all one layer, and that moves. And then we've got the... I can't really see it here because the HUD's in the way. We got the moon here. The moon could probably be on its own layer. But just because of the perspective here, we don't have any 3D to work with. So it would be really hard to get this on multiple layers. You know what I mean? So let's maximize this so we can see this better. It'd be hard to get this separated into multiple layers to move, at least in a way that looks good. Like, the only thing I can really think of is if you cut it here. And here, let me snip this quick. So you could maybe cut it here. Oh jeez, that's terrible. You could maybe cut it here and then include this spotlight with this part. And then so this could move on its own. You don't want to move it too much though. And the same thing here. So this would be the second layer. And this would include the water under it, I suppose. So that this could slide in just a little bit into here. So it could protrude in like this. Like just enough. Because... and I'll show it here if I can find... here. Oh, good. Give you a little behind the scenes look at the assets loading in. So if we look at another stage that we did, actually one of the later stages that we did with layering. Look at the way the trees move in and out. Just subtle movement like that might work. Where it's just enough to sort of expand the perspective as you get closer to it. or farther away or whatever. Where were we? Here. So if this could just go in a little bit, and then likewise this is its own layer, I guess. Yeah, so starting here, so let's say we'll cut this to like different separate pieces here. Like this is its own layer too, and this can protrude, you know, oh, that's a bit much. I don't know, like 5 pixels maximum, maybe 6, just enough to be able to get in through here. And then when those shift, just like these trees all shift independently, you'll get that sort of crude perspective effect. I'm thinking that's probably the best thing we could get away with here, if we even wanted to do that at all. And you could just put it all in one layer and it would slide in as a thing. Probably wouldn't look too bad, because it's only visible on the corner. So it probably wouldn't be too bad to even just cheap it like that, because you're not going to really get much of an effect on it as it's scrolling away. But I don't know, whatever, we'll wing it. Personally, like making the bridge slightly move separately. Yeah, it does sound good. In my mind, I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, yeah, that might work. That might work. And then, I suppose these would have to be attached to the layers, too. These would be attached to their respective closest layers. And then move in and out. That might look really cool with the searchlights. Getting the perspective. I don't know, they're both really far away. So you could argue that perhaps they shouldn't move, but I don't know. And then the moon and its reflection can be its own thing. And so that probably won't move very much, just a little bit left and right. To give a little bit of perspective on that. Because of the way the skyline is now, if we do separate that, that will have to be its own layer. Obviously it'll be cut around here. Or not cut, I mean it'd be layered in. And that would be its own thing, and that will move left and right as well. The whole thing's shifting. Help give it perspective. Alright, I'll switch back to that stage. A little bit of planning goes a long way. Yeah, screw it. Use the classic colors. Retro colors. Alright. Okay, so then in the corner here, let me actually get them out of the corner, so we can get the full breadth of what's going on here. So again, let's do a quick snip. I love this tool. It was in one of the recent Windows 10 changes. So obviously the floor is its own thing. That's going to move, or well, not move rather, by our perspective. That doesn't have to move. The machine here is going to be part of that. And of course the bridge, or not the bridge, but the railing here will be also a part of this floor layer. So what I'm going to do, I think, is this thing here, whatever this is, the size of building, whatever, with the logo on it. I think that'll be its own layer, and then the giant Ferris wheel behind it will be its another own layer. Excuse me. That way it'll just give it kind of that layered perspective. You would expect these to be layered in that way, I think. And in that way it should look pretty nice. Tim's in the Discord. He's asking summary of changes. I'm gonna tell him we're gonna get rid of your searchlight. Removing the searchlights. Let's see what he says. He's gonna be so pissed. He's like, "Where's my fucking searchlights?" What do you mean you're gonna take them out? Oh, poor Tim. Let's see. He's not responding yet. Alright. So that's what comes to mind first for any of these layerings. I think that will be alright. So here's you're gonna get the first-hand account behind the scenes of how this shit works. So you see, like, the ocean and stuff here actually won't exist. If you he's gotta know I'm kidding. Let's see, did I talk about... Yeah, I did talk about this stage specifically. Yeah, so he knows. So the ocean actually won't be a separate layer necessarily. It just won't exist in a way. It'll just be like a colored pane. And all the elements, the flickering lights, all that will be on their own layer with their respective things. So whatever layer this shoreline is on, these will be attached to it and it will move along with it. There he is! There's Tim. I knew that'd drag him right in here. I knew it would. So we're gonna add layering to the NeoGeo World stage. We weren't talking about the searchlights though, and thinking like how far away from the camera they should be and whether they should follow their closest layer. So we were saying take this chunk of bridge, make that a layer. Take the next chunk of bridge, make that a layer, and they can move into each other a little bit. And then the shoreline is the third chunk. Searchlights shouldn't move. That's what I was wondering. That's what I was wondering. So let's erase those boxes then. We'll just keep them in the position that they will be when the camera's panned all the way out and build the rest from there then. Or not panned all the way out. I misspoke. I mean all the way to the right. When the camera's all the way to the right, we'll just leave them where they are in that spot. Alright, well let's hope that I didn't break the parallax code in editor since then. I hadn't really thought about it, but I haven't actually done anything with the parallax camera in a while. So let's see, editor camera mode, scene view camera. That's not that. Last selected camera, mock camera. Okay, so if I we can move that down because we're not going to really use that right now. So there's a mock camera here. If I move it left to right, it's not responding now. Oh wait, no, that's right. Mock camera size, mock camera position. 52 and 36, that don't seem right. Mock camera size. Yeah, that is not right at all. The camera size would have to be... Oh yeah, you can see it's trying to make this giant camera. That would have to be 24. What's our resolution here? Our base resolution is 224. Okay, that's what I thought, and 126. 2.6. Okay. Then theoretically, that's all. There. Then theoretically I should be able to move this left to right. Maybe because it's in pause mode that it won't do it. So let's take that out. And let's go to... Jeez, my friggin' arm's already hurting and we just started. I'm gonna have to take it easy this week. It's getting worse now than it has been. It's getting better. Okay, stages. NeoGeo World. There should be, we save these as scenes. Oh crap, you know what? I didn't have to do that. Or well, I misspoke there, hold on. Let me bring this fight scene in first, and then I can add this as a sub scene to edit here. So if I drag, where'd it go? And for the scene icon, there it is. If I drag this in here, then I can see it here. And I'm going to make this invisible so we can focus on this. There we go. Okay, we can move this now. I don't believe there's any parallax controllers in here at all though, so we're not going to see anything here. Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Nothing. Just kissing you.
Oh, that's so.
And saying hi to the internet.
The internet says hi back. You just don't want that call.
Shut up. I like to live dangerously.
There. I think there's Larry. Same.
I see that.
Same. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
We're gonna do layering.
Oh, good.
Make it all
I'm out
perspective.
of breath.
I noticed that.
My mom wouldn't stop calling to come find her cat. And then I had to chase a pair of roosters around because they were fighting each other.
Oh.
And they'd move a little because they'd see me coming, then they'd fight, then they'd move, and then they'd fight. I got it.
Oh no, Mom's coming. Run away. And we'll fight over here.
I told them, I said, you're not going to be real happy when I get your asses. And they weren't.
But where were the dogs? The dogs usually break them up.
They got them all lashed up, and Barney was asleep in his house.
Yeah. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, it is dark out. What is it? It's 8:30 almost? Alright, searchlights don't have to move. Tower lights? Oh yeah, that's right. There's the tower lights flicker on and off. Hey, Uncle Roy, thank you. The 200 bits. So the tower lights here, they flicker on and off. And searchlights move. So the tower lights will have to follow those layers. Searchlights won't. They're too far in the background. Again, the floor won't have to move. Let's see, I'm not sure. Oh, there's a lot to that. Okay, we're gonna have to divide that up then. The moon will be on its own layer. In fact, we could probably put the moon on there now. These elements are very much on their own. So we'll create an empty object. Give it 0, 0, 0. Parallax layer controller. And let's see. In fact, we can have this over here so we can control it in real time. Oh yeah, you see the layer here is now showing. And this needs to be, I don't know, here, which is 5.3. Is that right? Might be. Guess that's right. I feel like it should be. Oh, you know what? It needs to be lower though, because the HUD and all that. I think this is our default perspective here. Yeah, 4.5. That number sounds familiar. And then the Z is 0. So we can move it left and right to check our perspectives. We're going to keep it on 0 to align it first. So when we're at center, this is where it's supposed to be. And we're going to take a snapshot of that before I lose it. Because who knows what's going to happen. Alright, we'll keep that to the side just so we can reestablish our perspective here. So this is 3.3, 9.7. Do that one first. 3.3. Oh, that. Okay, the Y changed because it's on a different set here. Oh no, wait, hold on. Hold on. This should be 0. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Not that. This is getting transformed by all this being here. Because when I move this, see how it moves too? So I have to be careful about that. Not to edit to transform. So the moon went in, because we're at pretty much normal here. Whoop, no, not the sky. But the moon reflection is going to be in there. Alright, when... oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong one here. Anchor it at center. That's fine, there's... I don't know, actually it should be for the top, right? The top center? I don't know. No, I don't think it's going to matter, actually. Because it's not going to go up and down, either. Our layer offset's fine. I don't think it needs a time controller. There's no timed elements here. So we'll omit that. Scroll factor. Okay, so this is the thing. When it scrolls left or right, see how it follows it completely? Completely follows it. I don't think we want that. We need to think about where is it going to be visible. Call the cops. yeah, the track from Streets of Rage 4. Good game, by the way. If you haven't played it, Streets of Rage 4 is exactly what it needed to be. Let's see. So 0.2. Yeah, that means. Actually, I'm not really sure. Hold on. If we do 1, it will stay still, right? Yeah. If we do 0.5, it should be like in the middle. Yeah. Okay. But we don't want it to move that much. So we'll do 0.3. And then it'll move just a little bit. So when we're over here, it'll be just under that. And when we're here, we can't really see it, but you can sort of see the box outline. And it'll be here. That might be too much. I think that's moving too much. I think that's too much. Wait, 0.2 actually makes it move more? Oh no, I moved the camera itself too far. 0.05. Oh, no, we're going in the wrong direction. That's why it's not working right. 0.8, how about that? Oh, there we go. Closer to 1, the slower it gets. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. And when it's center, it's here. It'll move just enough. Let's try that. Let's see how that works. We'll call this moon layer. Okay, so we can save this, and then what I'm going to do is deactivate it and then start the game. If we set it up right, it should work. Yeah. So see there? Now obviously it's got that clipping issue, of course, first. See there how that works? Oh, we got a problem with the up and down. We'll fix that in a minute. Let's see how it's... Yeah, it's actually pretty much invisible over here. You only really get to see it in this part. That might be alright. Okay, so let's reload this. The moon layer. Oh, that's right. I've got the settings here. Except those settings are bogus. Alright, 4.5. Okay, I think the problem is that the camera is not in the right spot. So let's look at what position the camera's in when they're just sitting idle. It is 4.5, really? 4.6? 4.6. Really? It's not on the right thing, though. So if we say this is 4.5, yeah, let's line up with the bottom. That should be right. Well, for whatever reason, it might be because we didn't set the Y. So the Y has to be 1, and then we can use this layer offsetting, bring this back up even here. So negative 4.5, which makes sense because we're down 4.5. Now this should not move. Yeah, it does not move. Moves left or right, but it will not move up or down now. That's what we want. So let's save that and take a look. Yeah, it looks better now. So because of the moon reflection, we may not even want it to move that much. In fact, that kind of makes sense, to be honest. The sun never really moves much in a scene. So if we here 0.92, let's try that. Can't listen to the stream, not safe for work, he says in Discord. That's funny. Well, that's alright. Because you can see the moon when someone gets knocked up in the air. And that's how it's meant to display. Probably actually easier to display with Ryu. I'll still beat up on Terry a little. I get green. As much as I like green, I'm actually not a huge fan of green Terry. This doesn't work for me. I like the red the best, the normal default. Oh, I didn't have meter. There we go. There, now you can see what it looks like at the top for a couple seconds. When the perspective's all the way up. It's kind of like in Third Strike, you can only see so much of the background normally until something crazy happens. Yeah. So it gets pretty close to the coastline here, but I guess I'm not too worried about that. I don't think that's a gigantic issue. I can't do that with state. I think that's alright. We might want to slow it down a little bit, but we'll get there in a bit. We've got bigger fish to fry at the moment. Okay, so what's here? Oh, that's all together, right? Okay. The Ferris wheel can be its own layer. I'm really not sure which direction it should be going, though. The thing is, to be completely honest, I might have it move away from the camera, because I do not want the Ferris wheel to be showing over here. I think it should just be gone at that point. This should feel like more of a desolate end of the stage. And I think that's all right. I think we're good. So welcome to Audio Setup, the stream. I'm happy that Fruity Loops didn't just take the whole computer with it like it usually does. So I lucked out there. I don't know. I don't know what its fucking problem is, but it just dies every once in a while. Let's see. Alright, well hopefully the audio balance is alright. Shouldn't be too terrible. So yeah, welcome back to the stream. Or welcome me back? Is it me? I'm the one to welcome back. Okay. So we got the audio back. What I was saying is that I don't know, and Larry can correct me if I'm wrong here, what I'm thinking is that the wheel itself should move to the left as the camera moves right. Just ever so subtly, like we did on the island stage. You might not notice, but if you look carefully, the cliff sides actually recede backwards away from the camera's movement. They don't actually follow the camera's movement. And I'm thinking the wheel might get the same treatment here, because I don't think I'm going to want it to move too much. I don't want it to be visible on the right end, because the right end's kind of like the dark end of the stage, and this is the bright and lively end of the stage. So I don't think it should be peeking in over here. And since it's already at the halfway point, you know what I mean? Like, it should move back away. It makes sense that it's over the logo. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think that'll work. And it'll give that sort of circular, cylindrical look to the layering. Right, at least that's what I think it's supposed to be emulating when we do that. Alright. Oh, you know what? When we get to making the sunset version of the stage, we should put a plane in the background. I was just thinking that. Put a plane just flying past. Because the sunset, there's going to be a sun down here. Just have it just slowly flying in the background. Very tiny plane. Because you can do that with the layering system that I developed. You can make an auto-scrolling. And that's where you would use the time controller to make sure that it's in sync with everything. Have just a plane just traveling out. Or have one go from the ground and go up like it's like an airliner. Wouldn't that be cool? Just slowly going up and up and up and up and up, and it's out. That would be sweet, wouldn't it? I would like that. That would be cool. But at nighttime, there's no planes. It's a different kind of atmosphere. Well, we don't have the sunset version programmed in. Now, Gal Fighters does have a sunset version. Yeah, happy little plane, right? Yeah, happy little plane. Wouldn't that be nice? The Gal Fighters does have the sunset version, but we have not implemented it into the game yet. Partially because there's these changes that I wanted to make that we haven't gotten to yet, like with the layering and all that. And so if we put the sunset one in now, we'd have to just redo it anyway to get all the layering and everything intact. So I think this will work out a bit better for that in that regard. Okay, so yeah, so we'll put the wheel on its own layer here. Is this the only thing? Yeah, it's just one giant thing. Okay. So wheel layer. Okay. We're gonna have it follow. It's gonna have to have one on the Y, and it's gonna have a negative. With 0.9, a negative 0.9, something like that. I think we'll see in a minute when if it actually works. Let's see. Let's get the mock camera. Get our camera settings. 4.5. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's like under the thing now. That's funny. Yeah, we'll make adjustments. That's fine. This is gonna have to be, I'll be honest, it should be bottom left. Center right. Bottom left. So then we'll bring in the elements off screen here. From off screen to on screen. Okay. And ours was about here to begin with. Because again, this cart was almost on the center. And we'll chop off the second decimal. So these, when I have like 7.2, every 0.1 is a pixel. That's how I keep my measurements fairly accurate here. Oh, I see. I see the problem here. I need... Is that right now? The anchor point needs to come down, right? No, now I'm screwing myself up here. Oh no, the anchor point's down here, I think. It should be here. Yeah, that needs to be 0. But let's see the elements. Don't know why the debug is showing this here. I thought that would have shown in the corner. But, well, whatever. It doesn't really matter in this case. So now when we've got our, yeah, so this is, it is still following the scroll here. Wait, so what's a normal 0.9? I guess that's what we want. Or did we want it to do the other way? You know what? No, it's supposed to go the other way. It's supposed to go the other way, so that has to be a negative, right? Hold on. I get myself all mixed up with some of this stuff. Yeah. Right? Maybe I'm thinking of this the wrong way. So if this has... If this is like this, then when we pull the camera, we don't want it coming to the right though. We want it going to the left. Right, let's do 0.5. That's the neutral middle here. We don't want it coming to the right when we pull it this way. We want to go the other way. So if we do that, it's not doing it. It's pulling it to the right still. Now, why is that? How did we get it set that way last time? I can't remember how we set this up. We don't use any loopings. Use auto camera movement. Was it X and Y? Oh, camera movement correction. Editor pause auto scrolling. Use auto. We don't want auto scrolling. Oh, that's just for auto scrolling. Let's see. We want it to move left when we go right, so it shouldn't be pulling it with it. If we do a negative 0.5, it still pulls with it. We move right, we want it to go left, so how did we do that last time? What do we have, like a negative 0.9? No. That's still moves in relation to it. I want it to move the other way. Shoot. Okay, hold on. Let's bring in another one for reference here. Let's bring in the actual island one. So, Japan coast. I guess it doesn't matter which one it is. Yeah, so these ones here, these cliffs, what are they set to? Oh, it's 1. Okay, we go past the 1.0 mark. That's what it was. It's 1.025. Okay. So let's just unweb that. So let's say 1.1. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 0.1. 1.1. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So move left, it goes right. Go right to it, goes left. Okay. And then let's move that down just 1 and make sure that this is like right here. So now when we move the camera, yeah, there we go. There we go, and it's moving away. Yeah, it's a bit too much, so 1.05. But that might do it. That might do it. And we can only go up to here. Yeah, then it's moved far away from our view at that point. Okay. Alright, now we got it. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, with the actual motion of the wheel. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Doesn't look like it. Comes in just enough. It looks like it comes in just enough. I can't get that with pad. I just can't. Yeah, and then it's out of there before you can do anything. It moves just enough that you barely notice it until you're really moving. So like, you do something like this, you can kind of see it come in a bit. It really makes me wonder if that NeoGeo World needs to move or if it should move behind the scene here. Really wonder about that. Or if it's close enough to the pier that it's just part of the pier. I still can't get that. That's hard to get because I'm using analog. That's hard to get. You have to do the forward, the diagonal, and the forward again move for that. That way you won't stop running because you can hold down forward like this to do something like that. You gotta hold down forward and then come right back up. And it doesn't work sometimes. Or rather, it's difficult. Not that it doesn't work, it's that it should move a little? Okay. Fair enough. Just enough to give it a little spit of movement here. Yeah. Can't get it. I think there's only like a 2 or 3 frame window to get that link. It's like in the corner, not so bad because you're right here. But full screen, that's hard. That's hard. Anyway, so Looks pretty good. And again, we can tweak these things as we go along. So let's load. I'm going to leave this one here for reference in case we need it. Let's see. So the mock camera. Alright. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, now here comes the hard part because, well, not necessarily the hard part, but the part with more work. Now we're into the issue where we don't have anything left that's free moving that can be really done anything with at the moment. We're gonna have to start separating actual pixel art from other pieces of pixel art. So, in order to do that, we got two programs. We got the old trusty, well, not so trusty, Paint Shop Pro. And then we've got LBRY. Now my original intention was to rebuild the file in LBRY because it's a little easier to work with in the long run. But I don't know. Considering we're already pretty far along here. I mean, in the episode, we had that flub with the audio. Where are we here now? NeoGeo World here. Nighttime. Okay, here's the. Oh, I did make a new sprite for the thumbnail. I just have never implemented it. I should do that. It's kind of a cob job with the assets that are in there, but fuck it. Could throw that right in. What is NeoGeo World preview? Is this in here? Where's my editor? I'll have to pull up the other file. Stages. Stage table. Metro City roof test. NeoGeo World night. No, I never re-imported it. Where do you live? Oh, you're right in the same folder. Okay. We can just overwrite that then. Okay. Let me bring up another folder here. So in my like raw resources, so to speak, not the stuff that are in. So the asset folder, I don't keep everything in here. I only keep what needs to be in there. And then I have a resources folder, but it's not a Unity resources thing. It's just where I keep all the original files, put it that way. So if I go to stages and for NeoGeo World, right? If I can't even do the alphabet here. I'm off to a great start. So if I copy this preview, it has the same name. So I can just overwrite it, and there it goes. It should overwrite that. And now when we look at it, now it's the right one. So that'll reflect in the game. Okay. Well, now that we got that little OCD twitch out of the way. Is this the layered one? This is the layered one, isn't it? Is it? Oh no. No, this is the PNG. That's the normal one. Okay, this is what it normally looked like, but this turned into a layered image here. So that's not the current one either. Is it this one? It's this one. Yeah. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. We got a bunch of layers here. I changed that wheel too. Yeah, I think I separated that. Yeah, because I had to color code it to what we needed. Oh, that was the original one, and here's the animated one that Tim did. Yeah, that looks right. It changes the color indexes, but it doesn't actually change the... Or it does change the basket position, I believe. Just very slowly. In big choppy frames. Okay, so the sign... there's the original axis, there's that. Foreground, sky left. The wheel. Back hole. Oh, okay. This is saying that this is the whole back here. I thought this was separated, but maybe it's not. Okay, well, we're gonna do that. That's what we gonna do. Just trying to think for a moment how we want to do this. Yeah, okay. I think, just for the sake of it, we're gonna do it in a sprite. So what I want to do is, when I go to the stages, pretty sure the Angkor Wat is like this. Where's the... Here's the sprite file. Wait, there were two of them? Day stage, A sprite. Day stage. Oh, why are there two? Did I... Oh! One's spelled differently. I think it's with the G. I might have typoed it, and so I resaved it. Let's see. Here's our layer pane here. Oh yeah, it's got everything. Okay, that's what I was hoping for, that it had everything all set up here. Because what we really want here is the axis. That's going to tell us everything about the alignment. So let's save that into NeoGeo World Night. I guess NeoGeo is one word, right? No space. NeoGeo World Night. Okay. And then we can kind of just get rid of everything else. Because none of this is what we need. Yeah, screw it. So, new layer, floor. And we're going to accomplish this in 2 phases. Okay. One, we're going to paste the floor, and then we're going to remove everything else from the background that's not supposed to be on the floor. So this little building or whatever the hell it is here, and the skyline back here. That'll be the first way to do it. Or the first thing to do about it. So let's get the little spots here out with our wand. Get out. And then to start to dismantle this up here. Now this we got to be careful because it does share colors here. So we're gonna have to manually chop this out. It's debatable whether or not this should get right to the metal or not. I guess it should. The other light goes all the way up here in the layering. And we'll cut that out. Actually, use this one for this to get the whole shape. And actually we'll keep that for some of this. Actually, that might not be a good idea. It's gonna start grabbing colors that are the same. destroying things, so... let's get rid of that. Alright, we'll manually chop that out based on what this looks like here. Slightly different, but we're eraser. Oh, let's bring that down to 1. This actually shows too thick here, which would be that, I suppose. So this, I suppose, ends up like this. If we believe the current structure. Something about it doesn't look right. I guess that's it, though. It is 3 across. I'm wondering if it really should be like this. No, that don't look right either. I don't like it. Don't. An average hero, hello. Hello to you too. Thank you for showing up. We are doing stage work. Gonna get everything layered and nice. The hero of time talking to the average hero. So you might have noticed something strange where you're like, well, why is there a border on the outside now? And it exactly fills the border I have in here. Well, isn't that strange? So what this border is when the screen shakes, that part becomes visible. That was another reason I wanted to pull it in here, because this template accounts for that screen shake variance, while the other ones do not. So in this case, yeah, I think we have to stretch that out a little. This, well, we gotta get rid of this too, but we do have to extend out a little bit. So, this part's never really seen all that much, so you can kind of just wing it. It just is what it is. Do I have a line tool here? Yeah. There, that'll go much faster. Good enough. Again, you're never really going to see this unless the screen is shaking very violently. So it kind of doesn't really matter what it looks like. You will only see it for a split frame. So don't kill yourself trying to get details that aren't going to be seen. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Let's get rid of the axis here so we can see what's going on. Okay. And then we'll attempt to get that pattern in a minute. But the big issue here is the colors. So now if I take the border off, you can see that the colors can be placed down. Oh, yeah, it's like this, give or take. Yeah, just fill it in. Again, we'll adjust this in a minute, but the main point is I want to be able to fill these in quickly. And the way to do that is to have it so it's not going to fill the entire damn background when you do it. You need those lines in place to border it. It always matters, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it always does. Sometimes, always, it always matters, sometimes. And things. Oh, that was just my controller. Okay, good. The audio's still up. I heard that something got unplugged noise and I was like, uh-oh. Did it blow up again? Did it crash? That's what I usually hear before Fruity Loops decides to take the plunge. Okay. This needs to be embellished 1 pixel outward. If you notice, there's 2 here. There's only 1 on this side, which means that the thickness is gone. I should have used the pen tool there. And that also means that this needs to go out 1. Get the eraser. Clean that edge up. That should be alright. Now it's symmetrical. We want to just copy this pattern here. And on this side, I'll be honest, you can probably just get away with dark. Okay, maybe we'll put a little bit of dithering here. How about that? And that kind of like shows the shadow of that. And this right here. Okay. So we've connected that in. Is that the whole? Open in folder. Okay, I did give it the whole name. I just saw NeoGeo World here and I'm like, that doesn't look like the whole name. Did I not give it a whole name? I did, apparently. Okay, that sign's all part of this. The bench is part of the thing. I stole this bench from Mighty Final Fight and then I spruced it up a little, if you can tell. Mighty Final Fight, if you don't know, is an NES port of Final Fight, which is considerably different in many aspects that you could consider it its own game. But it is, when you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, okay, that was supposed to be a Final Fight port. But it's like a chibi Final Fight? Thinking of like the way the Neo Geo Pocket Fighter games are and Pocket Fighter are. It's that kind of aesthetic onto Final Fight. If that sounds like your jam, you should definitely check it out. It's really good. It's hard. Of course it is. It's on the NES. But it's good. But it's hard. But it's good. Okay. Cut this out, cut this out, cut this out, and this. Again, we'll doctor up the end there in a minute. I don't want to get the major components here. I'm leaving this to connect the bar. Not sure if that will have ramifications, considering the limited colors we have here. But I think right at the moment, it's the right call. Okay, and the rest are all done. So we'll hit this quick with the magic wand to get rid of that. I want this to go away. I want to turn this into a sprite. I don't know if we have it just laying around. It does not look like it. Oh no, do we have animated bridge shadows? Oh crap. Really? We do, don't we? Oh, that's gonna complicate things. Where is... Oh man. I bet we do, don't we? They're so subtle, I didn't even notice. Yep, we got animated bridge shadows. Son of a... Oh man, more work! What a pain in the... Ah, Jesus, will you stop putting so much detail in the stages here? Come on. You're making me really work. I'm taking it out on Terry. This is all your fault. Alright, well, that's not too bad. So we'll just have to figure out where to cut them here. I think they're already sort of pre-cut. Because if you noticed in the file here, oh, there's only 2. So you can see this is the bridge's arm. We'll have to fill this back in though. We'll have to fill the railings back in. Fidelity. Yeah, really. No, it's worth putting in the work to get it to look good. It really is. Yeah, so we'll have to see where the bridge here was assumed to be here, and that's how I lined it up. We'll have to put that back in. And so this portion here, that's a terrible color, but I guess I don't have any other colors available, do I? It's a 3-color image. So this part here is going to be the middle. This is going to be the right side, and this is going to be the left side. So all these will have to be cut up into their own individual things, and of course that stems to down here as well. But we'll get to that. That'll be a thing. Okay. One thing at a time. I was just looking for a trash can, and now we've got all this other crap. Oh man. Alright, alright. I don't see the trash can sprite here as a separate thing. It might be in this file. Yes, it is! Okay, good. We are going to make that its own thing then. Oh, that's right. I used to have another bench over here. That's cool. Well, here's the thing. Where's the other file? I got so many things open. The trash on the ground is going to stay there, but the can behind it is going to disappear. So it looks like the can... Oh, this is the shadow of the can, yeah. Okay. Looks like that can's getting changed there. Okay, let's fix the railing first. Then we have at least that filled out. There we go. That makes it. Let's see. Get rid of the background color. It makes it a little easier to see this. Okay, so basically we want this goes from here to here, and then from there we can easily reconstruct this. Ta-da! Okay. The paper can stay there because the paper's not going to move, but the idea is that the trash can will jiggle or fall over when someone gets a knockdown next to it. Yeah, ta-da! Alright, and then, oh, we can apply the same logic here. So we can say that that goes like that. And this same deal, we've got this pattern. Oh. And we want to put the death rate in. Okay. Yeah, that works. And then we need the light itself. Oh, copy and paste. I had them both at the same time. Doesn't look like anything happened. It probably copied and pasted it right into place. So that's fine. Don't mind that so much. Okay, that looks fine. Okay, we have one layer down. So before we go further, we should probably export this layer. No, let's clean up the rest first. Let's clean up the rest. See if we can get it. We'll have to clean it all up anyway before we put it in. Or, well, I guess it really doesn't matter, but I want to get everything lined up and cleaned up before we implement one thing and be like, oh, well, now we need to change it. Let's close these out. Okay, that's the old one. Okay, that's right. These are their own things here. So we're going to have to copy this, paste it as its own, make a new layer. So this one is NeoGeo Building. I don't really know what it is. So again, the same thing here. We want to pretend that the layers are separate now. So we want to imagine away these bars. We'll get rid of the white first. That's easy. We can get rid of that one easy enough. These ones not too much harder. Just gotta take them out carefully. Especially around the dithering, you don't want to remove any of that detail, because God knows what it's supposed to actually look like underneath there. We'll take the top of this out. In fact, there's no other detail here, so we can safely do this and fill it in. Well, we'll get to this over here in a minute, but I want to get the vending machine out, so we can probably stair step select and remove, yeah, and that should be fine. Oh, I didn't delete it. There. Nope. The lucky thing here is we've got a nice pattern that we can just copy. See? And as long as it's lined up and we're respecting the border on the bottom, we'll be all set. There, just like that. And we know where the layer ended because it's over there. Now I'm going to do this, but we do have to clean up the edges here. Trying to think of how I want to do this. Yeah, that should be alright. So it's just a matter of lining the pattern back up. See how it's not quite there. Now, let's get it. How about like this? So 1, 2, 1, 2. There. Okay, and there, we've repaired the pattern. There's just a stair step. How are you making the different layers to create a parallax? Oh, are you making different layers? Yes. We're absolutely making different layers to make a parallax effect. I can show it here. So right now we've only got some of it hooked up. Don't let me load the camera. 4.5. Okay, so if I move the camera here, you can see how the moon and the wheel are moving. So we got to do the other layers, the sky layer, the ocean, the buildings. This NeoGeo World building's got to move. That's what we're separating now. But see, they'll move back and forth like that as the camera scrolls. So, yep, short answer, yes. It looks pretty cool that way. Alright, we'll keep that there for the moment. Oh yeah, we're not working on that. We're working on a sprite. Alright, so let's repair the right side. That's not quite right. Okay. Thing is, we want to get. Well, we gotta be careful here. I don't want the. I don't know if that will. How do I make it? Will this do the transparent? Oh, it is transparent. Oh, the mask. The mask is this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's better. That's better. Like that, right? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That made it easy. I'm going to expect that there should be one more here. Yeah, to fill out that pattern. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's all set. That's all. Oh, that is our time up. So we'll have to finish up real quick. And then I gotta go. I don't want to go, but I gotta go. Yeah, look at that. See? And now it's right in the corner here. It's actually probably off by a little bit because of the border here. So this was flush with that yellow, right? Yeah, it's not quite there. And that's because that border gap exists here. But you know what? That's an easy fix. Oh. No, not what I wanted. Let's hide the 4 here. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. The 4 is on top because it's got to be above those layers. Yeah. And that background color is going to have to change. In fact, I really don't know what it should be. I guess it'll be the ocean. See, all the keyboard shortcuts are different in Paint Shop Pro. Where'd it go? Go to the background. Oh, it's locked. That's why. It shows white. Oh, you know why? Because this is... It was on the wrong layer. There we go. Boop, boop. There we are. Okay, that's better. Save. Yeah, so the next step here will be to either get the skyline. Skyline would be the easier of the two to do. And then separate out these into 3 layers. Again, this will be... Oh, let me grab a rendered one here. So this layer is going to be different than this layer and this layer. There'll be 3 different ones, so they'll slide into each other. Create that sort of parallax. Again, So if you joined late, I'll show you what I mean. Oop. Oh, it's not plugged in. I bet the battery's dying. That's why it keeps going out. Hold on, let me plug it in. Come on, get in there. There we are. Okay. So again, you can see that that moves, but we haven't got all the things yet. So what I was talking about before was the way that the trees move in this stage. There's like 3 or 4 tree layers here, but look how they move. Almost like a 3D effect because there's so many layers moving in the background. That's what we're going to try to do for the bridge. It's got those 3 layers. Should be enough to kind of like scrunch in when you're moving away. It's gonna look cool. I still can't do it. Not on pad. I'm not gonna be able to do that on pad. But yeah, it's gonna be just like that. I think that'll look cool. And then it's just a matter of getting all the elements together, like the shimmering water, the light bouncing off the water, that kind of stuff. Another airplane, right? No, that's the... We'll put that in the sunset one. So... Yeah, and then because this one, the clouds are a different layer too. We did a lot of work on this one. Clouds are a different layer, the ink robot's a different layer, the different layers of the trees. We did a lot of work on this one. That one was a good one. What's the other one we did was good? Oh yeah, there's we get the thumbnail. It refreshed finally. This one's got a bit of layering. We still got some stuff to do on here. We're gonna try to modernize this one, but this one's got a bit of layering. We could put some layering on those buildings and do the same thing we did with the trees. Oh, wouldn't that look good? Wouldn't that look good? The buildings slightly going into each other? That might be pretty cool. That might be pretty cool. Ah, I messed it up. Oh, I'll say, can I do it? Afro Dan, another streamer, he was trying to demo out earlier in the week. He was trying to do this one. I was trying to tell him how to do it. Oh, watch, I can't even fucking do it. There we go. Oh, I missed the Shinryuken. There you go. I think I told him about this one too. Yeah. There you go. Oh no, it dropped it. Yeah, that one's a little tough. You gotta be really on the money with that one. So, anyway, that is it for now. Let's see. When is next? Next week is the 18th. So Monday, May 18th, we'll have the next Pocket Fighter EX stream. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that runs for about an hour and a half or so. Provided we don't get any gigantic mistakes like we did this time with the audio going. Alright, so I want to say special thanks to the Scrub Army. They keep everything going there on Patreon. So I got some names to read out. I've got Zombie Killer, Miguel Tabasco, Rui Luis, Uncle Roy, Mike Cruz, Taryn Williams, Corporal Chungus, Bryce Naguinum, AJ, Anthony Moniz, D-Money107, and Larry, LD Walker. So thank you very, very much. You guys help keep everything up and running. We've got Discord, which chatbot, if you didn't... Oh, chatbot crashed. Scrubbot's down. Alright, well, the link's down below. I guess he's dead. The link's down below anyway, so it's in chat here if you're with us live. If you're not, if you're watching on the library or YouTube after the fact, hello from the past into the future, into the past again. And all the links for that's down below. Come chat with us throughout the week on Discord. I got Twitter at MarkDWiz. All that stuff, Patreon links down below. You can get advanced builds of the projects that I do on here, including this project, so you can check that out. If you want to support us, that would really help out, especially in this time. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna see you guys later. You guys have a good one, and scrub out.